They say my microphone is muted but has no signal, and yet I'm 95% sure that that is a blatant and, quite frankly, offensive lie. Um, yeah, we can hear myself just fine. Alright, okay, now we gotta get into the game window then. Alright, and there we go. And hello and everyone. Oh, no, let's start that over. How do we do my intro? What do I even say? Like, what do I even do? Like, what do we do? Oh, that's my light. I just turned off my light. I was trying to turn off my fan. I'm in shambles today. This is gonna be a bad stream, investigation-wise. This is like the final investigation, too. I'm rambling and we haven't even done the intro. Hello and welcome, everyone! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and pals. No. Okay. Hello, welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals to Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations Bridge to Turnabout Episode 4! There we go. That's the kind of intro that I'm looking for. So in the last episode, we were Edgeworth, and we were facing Franziska von Karma. And guess what? We did just the job we needed to do to delay the trial enough, but also figure out enough so that Phoenix Wright can come in out of his headache or flu state, sickness, whatever was happening with him after he fell off that bridge, and save the day and find out the mystery with Iris, with Godot, find out what happened to Maya and Pearl as well. It's gonna be big. So, it's February 9th, 3:43 a.m. The Hottie Clinic Intensive Care Unit. Let's get right into it. Oh, this is where I was investigating! Oh, I thought he was in like a truck. Oh, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, because it's the IVS's monitor. Oh, okay, this is where it started. Okay. I'm still up at this hour, reading through the trial record of a certain case. It's the first case my mentor, Mia Fey, had ever handled in a court of law. The horrifying truth that I refuse to accept is holding me hostage within its pages. Dahlia Hawthorne. What I have read, I don't want to believe. What is written here? This isn't the Dahlia I know. After falling into Eagle River, I was somehow miraculously saved. But I ended up catching a cold that seemed to knock me around the world and back. I feel dizzy, my ears are ringing, and my throat burns, my head is on fire. But I will recover. I have to recover by this afternoon. To meet with the most ill-tempered witness imaginable. But I know that he will be able to help me with him, somehow. Oh, so are we going to be Edgeworth again, then? Or are we Phoenix? February 9th, 2:43 p.m., Dusky Bridge. Okay, we're Phoenix. Right. Are you sure you're well enough to be doing this? You still look a little green in the face. Or maybe Viridian in artist speak. Actually, my fever has gone down quite a bit. How's your temperature now? Only 102.2 degrees, nothing to worry about. I've gone to school with like a temperature like that. Well, maybe not 102. Maybe like 100. It was like the second week of school and I didn't want to miss anything. I was one of those kids. But I wasn't coughing I wasn't coughing on people. I had a dry cough. Anyway. Oh god, oh, he's gonna be sick again! Yeah, because that was the first time he met up with Dahlia. He was sick, okay. Anyway, I read today's trial record. You weren't bad, Edgeworth. Pretty impressed, despite the circumstances. Not in the clear yet. The main point of contention tomorrow is going to be the murder weapon. Yeah. In the end, the sword did not deliver the deadly blow. Which means there must be another sword hiding out there that we don't know about. Another sword, huh? Don't you worry about a thing, pal. I'll dig up the murder weapon myself, or I'll eat my coat. Thanks again, Edgeworth. I'll handle things from here. That is probably for the best. Has he ever made this face before? He's like smiling for the first time in his life. Actually, I was thinking about paying the old precinct a little visit. There's something I want to look into. And that is our client's background, naturally. You mean Iris, sir? I have the feeling that we've met before. Where has Edgeworth met Iris? Oh, well, yeah. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He's met her because it was the, Mia's trial. Yeah, Mia's first trial. All I want is confirmation, one way or the other. And since I probably won't be getting that from you, I'm sorry, Edgeworth. I bid you adieu, Wright. Take care. Guess I should get moving, too. Why? Do you need to be somewhere? Yeah, I've got to get to work on this bridge, pal. I'm rigging something up so we can get across to the other side. That's right. Maya's still stuck over there at the inner temple. But don't you worry, pal. As soon as it's all set, you'll be the first to know. But thank you, Gumshoe. This first one started off fake, and then these two were real. No problem, pal. Just try not to give me that cough of yours, okay? Alright, I'm off. Hang in there, Maya. We'll get you out, I promise. But in the meantime, I've got to continue collecting evidence. Sakura Temple doesn't have a single private phone line. There aren't any houses in the area, so I guess Bikini is the only one who uses this. I really wish I'd brought my cell phone with me. Now it really is more of a dusty bridge than a dusky bridge. Kidnapping incident happened here 11 years ago, so maybe it's cursed, too. That thing looks like it's ready to collapse, at least more than it did before. According to Bikini, Eagle Mountain is very prone to earthquakes, which reminds me. If my memory serves me correctly, Edgeworth isn't exactly a fan of earthquakes. Oh yeah! 'Cause wasn't it an earthquake that trapped him in the elevator? It looks like it's about 20 yards to that cliff over there. But I can't see the inner temple from here. Really hope Maya's okay. What about Heavenly Hall? There's a narrow path going off in a different direction than that of the main hall. It looks like someone's taken the effort to write "to Heavenly Hall" on the signpost. Alright, well that's all I can do right here. Main gate or Heavenly Hall? Let's go to Heavenly Hall first. Looks like no one's here. Larry! Maurice! I was sure he'd be hiding here. Guess I'll try again later. Alright, so he's probably not ready for us yet. Stuff is really ruining the beautiful atmosphere around here. It's so inappropriate. Like Sister Bikini and a bikini. Ugh, gotta think of the kittens. This is the famous Eagle River. I got to try out its rough rapids the other night. They say it has a really strong current, and they weren't kidding. It's both powerful and fast flowing. I was dead lucky. I mean, lucky not to be dead. Look at this graffiti scrawled right on the front of this shack. At least he managed to get a pretty good likeness. When I really think about it, I guess art kind of suits him. I mean, his very existence is an art of sorts. The sign. Snow is really piled up on the straw roof. It's otherworldly, like something out of a fairy tale. Well, the roof part, anyway. The sign says Heavenly Hall. I guess it's pretty fitting if you spent a night in this light, little freezing shack. Probably find yourself at the pearly gates by morning. Right, no. Stairs, that's what it is. These steps lead up to the foot of Dusky Bridge. Coming down is a cinch, but going back up doesn't look like a walk in the park. I'm starting to understand why rivers always want to flow downstream, not up. Okay. Also, what is our court record? Everything we had from Edgeworth, including the ball. The profiles. I didn't read any of that out loud. Guess I'm not in a streaming mood today, but I am in an investigating mood, so... Come on, please, it's for art's sake, I swear! There's only one guy I know who could be this persistent and high-strung. Talking about the heroine here, the heroine in my book, it'll make you famous! Ah! Enough! Oh, Von Karma's still here, I thought she'd be gone. A fool's fool fools fools who foolishly accept the foolishness of a fool's fool. I think I got that correct. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wouldn't you agree? Phoenix is right. Huh? Me? Wait a second, I know you! You're... ow! Your reflexes and mine need to shape up. My brain's frying like a sunny side up and you want to grill me over a name? Francie, you can't do that! Even as we speak, Nick's on the brink of death, or so I'm told. Vip a dead horse. Isn't that one of your American sayings? No, it's not, and I'm not on the brink of anything. Come on, Nick, tell her, would you? Tell her she needs to model for my new picture book, Fransie's Whippity Whip Trip. Ah! Before you ask me to model, learn to give at least a semi-coherent testimony. Before that, you'll have to learn how to live a semi-coherent life, Larry. I don't care what anyone says, I'm telling the truth, I saw what I saw! She flew, I'm telling you! Whoosh, just like that dude with the red underwear. Don't think I'm gonna forgive you guys when you come crawling back to apologize. Off he goes. It's amazing how little has changed with you in the past year, Phoenix Wright. Okay. Have you been in Germany all this time? That's right. Extending my perfect Vin record, naturally. Oh joy! Sounds like she hasn't changed a bit. Hasn't it really been a year since we first met? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Franziska was born and raised in Germany and became a prosecutor at the age of 13. Her father was the legendary prosecutor, Manfred von Karma. He had a perfect win record for 40 long years, but now he's gone from this world. Don't tell me you still hold a grudge against me. Because of what happened to your father? Phoenix Wright. You will fall before me, this I promise. But it will be for the sake of my... But it will be for my sake, not my father's. Are we clear? Playing Retro Bowl while watching. Nice. Yes, Crystal. Today's trial. In truth, I was shocked. I came back to America with the intention of defeating you. Instead, it was my little brother who was leading the defense. Edgeworth. Come to think of it, Edgeworth was pulled into being a prosecutor by Manfred von Karma as well. Miles Edgeworth told me something very interesting, you know. He said this case has a special significance to you. So if you lose any games, you blame Ben. Nah, blame yourself for multitasking. Because it does. And that's precisely why I am here. Your personal involvement will make crushing you into teensy-weensy pieces all the better. Probably the fever, but she's so openly hostile that it's almost kind of cute. Wait, he canonically simps for her? I thought that was just Tomodachi life. Ow! No smirking. No whipping the sick. That foolish fool, doing such a foolish favor for such a foolishly foolish fool. Edgeworth. Make no mistake, Phoenix Wright. I came here for one thing, and one thing only, to pulverize you. It's not like I thought you were here to bring me some Cold Killer X, you know? I went over the... How'd she say whole? I went over the whole case file on the flight over. You read the whole thing? Yes, every last word of every last sentence of every last paragraph. All the ridiculous things you did made it a very interesting read, you know. Attempting to cross a burning bridge? Did you even consider the dangers? No. The only thought in my mind was, I have to get across. A fool who doesn't think is more foolish than a fool who foolishly thinks. She said he'd let me know once the bridge was repaired. Maya, she's gotta be okay. I just know it. Plus, I need to ask her about what really happened at the Inner Temple that night. Okay. I assume I have to get other stuff out of Francisca, but she's historically does not talk about evidence with me. Yeah. I refuse to help you, Phoenix Wright. Should have known better than to try. It's just gonna be the same with everything. Look, a man can try, alright? Can I ask her about people? Like, what about Maya? Oh wow, she's the same way even with people. That's crazy. Do you know Godot? What about your brother? No, okay. So I don't think at the current moment I'm gonna get anything out of her. Okay, there's a snowmobile. That was a big thing. I'd love to know what that thing was used for on the night of the crime. Huh. Still thinking small, I see, Phoenix Wright. Or perhaps not at all. That's why you will never defeat me. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I don't recall ever losing to you. It's time for us to settle this once and for all with one final showdown. Looks like she mentally blocked out my victories over her from her memory. It's a quaint little bell tower. Never would have thought that something this horrible was about to happen. The Iris rang the lights out bell that night. You can see the main hall from here. I wonder how the head nun is holding up. Oh, wow, is that an inkling of human kindness I sense? Ow! Do you enjoy causing other people pain with that sharp tongue of yours? It's nothing compared to the pain you cause with that leathery whip of yours. This is one impressive gate. Compared to the grandeur of the main gate of the Von Karma estate, it's but a pet door. Looks really idyllic with all that snow on it, don't you think? All that snow? Don't make me laugh. This is but a light dusting where I come from. Don't make things up just because you'll think I'll... Yeah, don't make things up just because you'll think I'll never get to see it for myself. Let's go to main hall. That was one long sigh. Sister Bikini? My, I didn't know you were here. How are you doing? You don't have to pretend to be in a good mood for my sake. I suppose I've made a terrible mess of things, haven't I? I let Mystic Elise die, and then there's Iris as well. Mystic Elise? Now that I think about it. There's an acolyte stuck at the Inner Temple, and that poor little girl's gone missing too. That little girl? You don't mean Pearls, do you? Yes, I'm afraid I do. She hasn't been seen since the morning after the incident. Pearl? She's missing?! Why didn't anyone tell me about this? He's so paternal towards her. Why is Pearl not a question here? Hold on. No, we can't have that on our hands. Oh dear, I wonder where on earth this little girl's wandered off to. She's nowhere near the main hall, that's for sure. First I lost Maya, now Pearls. How much more pain is this case gonna cause me? Not to mention this fever is giving me a killer migraine. Alright. I must be getting old. I think I've seriously lost faith in myself. Are you talking about your performance at the trial today? You believe me, don't you? I'm not a liar. I would never lie. I know what I saw. I saw Iris pull that sword from Mystic Elise's body that night. What's with old people in this game and saying I know what I saw? I'm certain of it. At least, I was until this morning. I don't see any Cyclops, so she must be telling the truth. So why are you so unsure of yourself all of a sudden? You know that artist who testified after me? I saw Iris flying, her white hood fluttering. I felt like I might start flying myself. I saw that man testify so fervently about something so impossible. I started to wonder if I had acted just like him when I was on the witness stand. You wouldn't take that guy too seriously. He's an artist, but only draws his trouble and nothing else. If both Bikini and Larry are telling the truth, that can only mean one thing. They both didn't see what they think they saw. Holy stutter. On the night of the incident, you met Iris at the Inner Temple, is that correct? That's right, I'm sure it was Iris. But Iris claims she was in her room at Hazakura Temple. I knew I shouldn't have come back here that night. Because you did, Maya is stuck all by herself at the Inner Temple. I'm so sorry. The drafts in that place are nothing to shake a stick at. Winter's especially bad. I'll bet. The training hall looks like it's about to fall down any second. Eagle Mountain has always been prone to earthquakes, just so you know. Earthquakes? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised if the next big one levels the training hall. We've got to get Maya out of there fast. But still, there's really no need to worry. That area on the other side of Dusky Bridge is isolated like an island. It's like an island? How so? Well, the only thing on that side of the bridge is the Inner Temple. No one lives out there, and it's surrounded on all sides by the river and the forest. I see. So a criminal would be trapped should they choose to flee in that direction. And as long as the bridge is out of commission, he or she will have to stay there. That means Maya could be stuck out there with a murderer, and with no way of escape either! Oh dear! Yes, I suppose it does. Please, Gumshoe, get that bridge up faster! I'm curious about a few things, if you don't mind answering some questions. Oh, do you need to know my measurements for your investigation or something? No. I want to know a little bit more about the victim, Miss Elise Donham. I'm afraid I don't know her waist size, or her bust size for that matter. Phoenix is not nearly as freaked out as anyone in Danganronpa. We don't gotta know that, Bikini. No, I'm wondering why she came to stay in a place like this to begin with. I mean, she told us herself that she wasn't here for spiritual training. My, you make it sound like this place is some sort of dump, Mr. Wright. Mystic Elise was here to soak up the natural beauty of Eagle Mountain, if you must know. There, you did it again, Sister Bikini. I noticed you always refer to Miss Donham as Mystic Elise. Oh? Yes, now, why is that? After all, she's not here as an acolyte. We address all our visitors as Mystic, and makes their experience feel authentic. And anyway, she's older than me. You must respect your elders, you know? You know that. How can you say for sure that she's older than you? Yeah, there it is. Holy... Oh, why does everyone always have 5 psych logs? Seems Miss Elise Donham was no ordinary visitor after all. There's Pearls. She was Miss Donham on the evening of the murder, and now she's vanished. It's all got to be connected somehow. Oh, now we can talk about Pearl. But why did Pearls have to get mixed up in this mess? Please, Mr. Wright, I know you're worried, but try to keep it together. Oh, man. My head's throbbing so bad, it's killing me. Pearls, she was with Miss Donham on the night of the murder, remember? Yes, but I have a temple to run, you know? I was busy preparing for the training. Yeah, and I have a temple to massage, so let's answer the question here. I didn't see the little darling even once after we'd finished eating dinner. The murder didn't take place right in front of her innocent eyes, did it? According to the detective, she hasn't turned up at her home either. Come on, keep calm. There's one place left where Pearls could be. She just has to be there. Come on, Gumshoe. Tell me you'll be done with the repairs soon. Okay. Let's see what I need to say here. What are we looking for? Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise Donham had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Mr. Elise was an author, just an author of picture books. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Suspicions? Yes, but I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves Miss Donham's true identity. Well, I don't think I have that piece of evidence yet. So... We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Is there anything gonna be in this room again? I've only seen a layout like this myself on TV. Wow, this hibachi brazier really puts a lot of height. No idea what he just said. It's a stack of straws, wooden cushions. Mine told me this type of button is called Enza. Suppose if I'd never come here, I'd have missed out on all these new things. I'm trying to read too fast. There's a laughably large Magatama on the altar. If I can see Cyclops with the tiny Magatama I've got, I can only imagine what kind of power this bad boy has under his hood. It's an altar. Seeing one of these in Korean village. Writing on the wall. Okay. Who else could we talk to, eh? Oh, the courtyard. Yeah. This is where Sister Bikini witnessed the incident. It's hard to imagine she was lying on the stand, so maybe there are some clues that have yet to be found. This is where I find the one damning piece of evidence. We get quite a bit of snow up here in Eagle Mountain. Around here, skis aren't just for fun, they're tools for getting around. But the sled, now that's gotta be for Bikini's own personal entertainment. The building up there is the main hall. It is where we were staying. So it's kind of funny because it was built on a very steep slope. If you enter from the main gate side, these rooms above me are on the ground floor. Apparently, Miss Donham was staying in the corner room. I guess that's where she was pushed from that night. The main gate's on the other side of the stone wall. The difference in elevation is almost 10 feet. That's how steep this hillside is. That's also the height the body fell from, according to the autopsy. Is it possible that Miss Donham was pushed off from the top of this wall? The sword. It's there in Mystic Amy's right hand. But it was proven in court today that it wasn't the murder weapon. Given the design, it must have been used for some pretty gruesome things in the past. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really remember much from the trial. Miss Donham's staff. I definitely remember there being a crystal sphere attached to the staff. Guess Larry eventually found the sphere near the foot of Dusky Bridge, but what was it doing all the way out here? There are a few of these stone lanterns scattered around this courtyard. Without the city glare to compete with, I imagine they would seem a lot brighter. I guess Sister Bikini must light them now, since Iris can't be here. Is there anything else? Is there any, like, footprints? No. Okay. I'm a little confuzzled. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Hey! What was that jarring, inconsiderately loud yell?
So this is where you've been, keeping nice and warm, I see.
Detective, have you finished
The bridge? Yeah, I did. Told you I'd let you know.
Well, then I'll come along with you and...
Sorry, ma'am. No unauthorized entry. Access is restricted to people involved in the case.
What was that? I'm involved, aren't I? You couldn't get much more involved than me.
Yeah, but that's not what that...
It's been a while, Scruffy.
It's... Miss Von Karma!
She just killed a man. Sister, please, leave the investigation to me. Well, you certainly seem to have everything under control. I am on your side. I won't do anything you don't want me to do. Does he work to pin the guilt on Iris? What are you daydreaming about, Phoenix Wright? Ow, that hurts, you know. Silence. I, Francisca von Karma, will personally guide you through your investigation. So you will follow me. She's not seriously gonna follow me around, is she? Well, I guess we have no choice but to follow the perfectionist and the abuser. Yes, the pizza is aggressive. Okay, so can I just go across now? Guess so. I don't think there's anything to investigate. things have certainly become a lot more hectic than before. They must have commenced with the investigation. Oh, Mr. Nick! That voice. Oh, she's doing the cutest pose ever. Pearls! Mr. Nick? Mr. Nick! Was she just like standing outside? Where was she? So you were here ever since that night? I was so lonely, I thought I was gonna die. When I woke up in the morning and saw that Dusky Bridge was gone, I realized I was all alone. She was all alone? It must have been very trying for you, little girl. Ah, you're... I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. There's no need to worry now that I'm here. You're the prosecutor who was so mean to Mystic Maya last year. Well... I don't like you. You're nothing but a little girl without your wit. Mystic Maya didn't do anything wrong, but you were so mean. I'll never forgive you. Looks like Pearl's words are getting under her skin. Ow. Why are you whipping me? I didn't even say anything. You didn't have to. The smile on your lips gave you away. Anyway, Pearls, weren't you with Maya? I'm sorry, it's all my fault. Huh? What are you talking about, Pearls? Mystic Maya! Wait, Pearls! She just ran off. Ah, it's just like when we first met her. What did I do?! That was cruel, Phoenix, right? To make a little girl cry like that is inexcusable. What was that all about? Pearls acting like that? It's giving me the creeps. Guess I better take another look around since I finally got a chance. Especially since something about this place seems different from 2 days ago. It's these statues, right? Look at all the Buddha statues lined up along this path. Phoenix Wright. Do you think this is how many siblings the head nun has? Why don't you go ask her the next time you see her? You know what? I think I will. She'll probably slap you for prying into her private affairs. Phoenix Wright! What? Would you stop calling me by my full name like that? Was this once a prosperous port? A port? Yes. That metal hook is a mooring post for boats, you know. Oh, that's an anchor for one of the wires that is used to hold up the bridge. I think the wire that was tied to this one was probably snapped and the bridge burned down. I mean, there's no way there was ever a port all the way up here. Don't get smart with me, Phoenix Wright. But I didn't say anything. About the furnace. There's a weird smell coming from that incinerator. The door's also open, almost like it's begging me to look inside. Well, let's see what stunning clue is concealed in here, shall we? Huh? It's empty. How naive of you, Phoenix Wright. But it's a bit strange, don't you think? Franziska von Karma? I seem to remember. There was snow on this incinerator the first time I saw it. In other words, someone's been using it to burn something recently. Gee, I wonder what it could have been. Or it could have been like the robe or something. That's probably what it actually is, because I don't think... Because they would have had to transport this to the bridge. Like the ashes or something. Listen, Phoenix Wright. It's impertinent to call people by their full name. I was only copying you. I only think of this one book I read one time by like a YouTube author where it's like there's this poet and she's like, it's impertinent of you to be here. And then the main character, or one of the main characters, is like, impertinent, huh? That's a big word. Sign says Inner Temple. I don't know how you're reading it, but it's incomprehensible to me. Actually, I can't read it either. Feigning comprehension isn't a very good habit to have, Phoenix Wright. She looks really happy to have finally caught me on something. This must be the door that leads to the Inner Temple, where Maya Fey was training on the night of the murder. Yes, there's a solitary room called the Training Hall. You could do with some training yourself, Phoenix Wright. How? You're completely out of shape. I don't know how much more of this woman I can take. There's a little gate that leads into the garden. It says no entry on the sign, though. Come now, Phoenix Wright. What are you doing? Let's go in. It's half open anyway. What harm could come out of it? But it says no entry. Don't you Americans enjoy doing whatever you like and then simply say whatever? It's got nothing to do with anything. And who told you that? Okay, that's everything. It's fine, Maya. That's the wrong way. Okay, now let's find Maya. She's not gonna be here, is he? There's a lock on the gate. What the hell happened here? There's caramel on the wall. What's wrong? Why are you so quiet? Maya, she was supposed to be in here training. Yet, it appears she's nowhere to be seen. What's that? That strange lock. It wasn't there 2 days ago. This whole room is really giving off some strange vibes. What do you think this yellowish poster is, Phoenix Wright? It's a scroll, not a poster. It's a picture of a woman who's actually... a woman? I don't see any woman here. There's a different atmosphere in this room since the last time I was here. No, it's not a different atmosphere. It's a different smell. It's gravy! What's the matter? This scroll, it's been completely covered in gravy! Yes, there is a very appetizing smell in the air. But gravy is a type of sauce. So when you run out of paint, you Americans use gravy as a substitute, I see? No one does that! For starters, it stinks. Does it? I thought gravy smells okay. It's supposed to be the gravy that we had with the roast on the night of the incident. But why would anyone do this? Why this scroll? Misty Faye's image is obscured by... Misty Faye's image is obscured by gravy. That's a W clue if I've ever seen one. This game can be so funny sometimes. There's even more to investigate about this. Why is anyone covered in gravy? I can't make out what's drawn on this scroll at all. I'll never understand you Americans and your so-called artists. Artists? Yeah. This door. When I was here 2 days ago, that weird lock wasn't on it. Those chains. It's almost as if they're guarding something inside that cavern. I've never seen a lock quite like this before. I have. I've seen locks and chains just like this before. They look just like the ones that guard a person's secrets during a psych lock. I wonder if this lock is guarding something too. Dark secrets in a dark cavern?
What took you so long?
Not even you... I have a Steam on a hotkey. I was gonna play it, because I didn't think they'd introduce it. But here he is. The man, the myth, the legend, G-O-D-O-D, Godot, baby. Not even you'd manage to get here faster than this, Mr. Wright. But, Prosecutor Godot? I didn't know you were here. Prosecutor? How come he didn't this is Phoenix. How come he didn't show up at the trial today? I'm gonna ask you the exact same question. Huh? I had a cold, so... I had something slightly more important than a common cold to deal with. The importance of which is something you have no hope of ever understanding. Enough! I believe I have the measure of you. You are the very first kind of prosecutor. What could be more important than trial? Who's the wild marriage, right? This is Miss Von Karma. She was the acting prosecutor in your absence today. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But you can go now, princess. It's time for the big boys to take the reins. Just who do you think you are? This case is my... Hey, Philly. Know your role and shut your mouth. Can't stand women like you. Is he a misogynist? I'm only gonna say this once, Lady von Whippingberg. Go home.
Phoenix Wright! But what are you hurting me for?
You deserve more cracks of the whip than that, right? But what? Still don't get it, do you? You don't realize that you've set something in motion that you'll never be able to undo. There's something different about Godot today. I'm getting such a strong sense of something from behind that mask of his. Something like coffee! Is it anger? Or is it sorrow?
Do I get to talk to Godot for the first time today? Oh my god! I don't think I've ever actually been able to have like a one-on-one with Godot. Godot, why didn't you show? You had some important business and that's why you weren't in court, huh? So what was it?
Told you once before, but perhaps you don't remember. I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. You see, Wright, I've experienced something most have not. Death.
You died?
Of course. Being extradited from hell is a tedious affair. The meticulous regeneration and adjustment of all your internal organs is... well, let's just say modern medicine allows us all to live to a ripe old age. Even someone like me.
So, you mean that mask you wear is...
this ugly device? I promise it's not a fashion statement, my unenlightened friend. Without this, I can't see your frequently dumbfounded face. I didn't know. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, still can't see everything. Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk as a body Still, I keep this worn-out piece of junk of a body going with regular servicing.
I'm sorry, but you say you experienced death? How is that possible? What happened?
Why don't you ask him?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, Trite. You. You should know all about it. You know when my life ended? And who ended it for me?
Fell Phoenix Wright? Do you? I don't know what he's talking about.
Although, to be honest, I do feel a little tug at the corner of my memory.
I think I do know about how Godot was killed. See, this is hard, because, like, I know his past, but, like,
I don't know when they're going to reveal it. It'll become clear in due time. Isn't that right, Trite?
God. He has so much aura. Like, just the fact that you could just casually be like, yeah, I died. And then this goofy-ass thing. Nah, I need that. I'm a fucking cyborg now. Earlier, you said I've done something I can never undo. What did you mean by that exactly?
The inner temple here on this side of Dusky Bridge is an isolated island.
That's what Sister Bikini said, too.
And I wondered, Trite. Do you know what the police are doing here today?
What do you mean?
They're searching. Searching for any trace of an acolyte who went missing.
But missing?
As leader of the search party, I can tell you this with absolute certainty. Maya Fey is not on this side of Dusky Bridge.
Huh? But that's impossible! She came here that night and...
I won't say it again. The chances of her being here are nil. Excluding, of course, one very unique place.
One? Where is that?
The Sacred Cavern, the entrance of which we are standing at right now. This is the only place that the search party has yet to explore.
So we haven't searched that cavern yet, huh?
Be aware, though, the temperature inside frequently falls below freezing. Even if she were in there, chances of her being found alive are slim at best.
No.
Which means, Trite, you sent Maya Fey to her death.
You fool! If that's the situation, why aren't you in there with the search party right now?
You must have blinders on, my equestrian angel.
Don't you see the big lock and chains? It's a trick lock. Making preparations to open it as we speak. Well, Trite. Once again, a woman dies because of you. Once again? What are you talking about? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was only 2 years ago, after all, when the last unfortunate woman died because of you. Because of me. Do you know who that was? It was Maya Fey's sister. That's right. Mia Fey. Mia? You killed her. No, that's not how it was. Oh. Low-key. Didn't know he knew about Mia. No, that do make sense, because in that last trial, he was calling her kitten and everything. And, you know, he had a past. Before we get into the big boys, let's talk about the trick lock. What is this peculiar looking lock? Why don't we just break it open? It would be as simple a matter of... I'm afraid we can't do that. This area has always been prone to earthquakes. The repeated tremors have weakened the foundations of the training hall. Any excessive force used to break this lock open would... well, let's just say the inner temple in the sacred cavern would be a thing of the past. Very well. Then dare I suggest the obvious solution of opening it with the key? Sure. Show me where the keyhole is on this trick lock. There's no keyhole? That's right. Interesting puzzle, huh? The person who set this lock is the only one who can open it. Then who was it? Simple. The accused. What? Iris? When an acolyte undergoes training inside the sacred cavern, the attending sister is responsible for locking the entrance. Obviously, the night of the murder was no exception. Maya Fey was the train in there. Sister Bikini did mention it a number of times now that I think about it. She said that Iris was left in charge of supervising the early stages of the training. So Iris, the accused, is the only one who can open this lock. I arranged for her to be brought here now. Iris is the only person who can open this lock? Hope she gets here soon. Hang on there, Maya. We'll get you out. It was 2 years ago. Mia Fey was pursuing someone. A man. She bit off more than she could chew. She made a very dangerous enemy. Yeah, that's one case I'll never forget. But I got that guy. Personally. Sure. Miss Fey's murderer was caught. But then we'll bring her back. Well, no, but... you were with her at the time. You and no one else. It was your responsibility. You should have protected her. You say Mia Fey was your teacher? Well, then I'd say you've learned nothing, Trite. You robbed her of her life, and now you've let her sister suffer the same fate. I would sentence my no! So, I should be getting back to work. Wait, Godot? How sure about Maya are you? There's no doubt in my mind. She's in the sacred cavern somewhere. It's the only place she could be. You better start praying. You'd better pray that friend of yours brings the accused back here soon. Big Brother Reddit thinks Russell could be on season 28. I think, was I telling you about that? Or we were like discussing the possibility, right? Not to interrupt this super climactic moment of this unknown rival who's come back from the dead and hates my guts, telling me that, like, my #1 ally is probably dead. But Russell Hantz being on Big Brother 28 would be crazy. Anyway. Edgeworth? Listen up, Trite. There's only one thing I want to say to you before I go. I'll never accept you. Never. You should choose your friends more carefully, Phoenix Wright. That's what everyone says. Looks like I don't have much of a choice. Guess I'll just have to do what I can for now. Well, he's fun. Look at those wafer-thin mattresses. I'm sorry, Phoenix Wright. Wafer thin? Yeah, you know, thin like a wafer. In other words, uncomfortable. That's how we describe things like these mattresses. Guess you must say wafer thick or something back in Germany. Not about these mattresses, certainly not. It's an antique dresser. Don't you dare open it, Phoenix Wright. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her not to touch things. What a pity. It's full of nothing but old clothes for the acolytes. Thought we weren't opening it. I'm from the prosecutor's office. I can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything, except stand up to a 9-year-old girl. Got him! Sick burn, Phoenix. Keep him coming. I don't know. Should I or shouldn't I? Sounds like someone's talking to himself, but where's that coming from?
Yeah, I guess I better wash that off. That's what I'll do. No, but I can't do that. I'm a detective. My brain is driving me nuts. Ah!
Is something troubling you, Scruffy?
Please don't whip me like that all of a sudden, sir.
It was merely a simple greeting, a friendly tap on the shoulder, with my whip.
So, what's up, Gumshoe? Is there something on your mind?
How did you know, pal?
Perhaps you were trying to decide it.
Oh, that's a mistranslation.
Perhaps you were trying to decide if you wanted to wash that off or not?
How did you know, sir? Oh, yeah, I nearly forgot. You can't go through that little gate there, okay?
You mean the one that says no entry on it?
I, kinda already snuck in there.
Are you trying to be clever or something?
So what's behind there, Scruffy?
Garden like garden?
Garden?
Yeah, anyway, it's under investigation right now, so keep out. I'm not telling you, I'm asking you, pal. You got me?
Isn't it normally the other way around?
Well, see you later.
So, shall we adjourn to this garden, Phoenix Wright?
Of course. What else would we do? I really want to know what Gumshoe was thinking of washing off. It's gotta be blood on something, right? Yep. What does that say? L-E-O-N? No, okay, that's... Spoiler alert for Danganronpa. Mojo... Oh, Maya. Maya. Alright.
There's a strange feeling in the air. I wonder what it is.
Strange feeling? Forget about that. It's that strange writing on the stone lantern.
What are you doing here, sir? I thought I said you can't go in here.
Don't you know, Scruffy? Von Karma will always show up to wherever there is a clue. And there are plenty of clues to be found here.
But
Alright, I guess we're talking to him now. So how's the Intertemple investigation going?
we have the best forensic team in the world working the place.
Forensic team? And what was the outcome of this scientific study?
Nothing. Scientifically speaking, the place is as clean as a whistle.
That's simply not good enough, Scruffy. Do you think I'll let you get away with that?
Uh-oh.
Well, there were a couple of things that bothered me when I first got here, sir.
I think he keeps calling her sir. Has he always done that?
That stone lantern and the surrounding area that's not covered in snow, correct? It looks kind of fishy to me, you know, scientifically speaking. So I got the lab boys to look them over, and the results were... It's kind of hard to say, actually.
Guess I better look into them myself. About Maya?
Oh, did Mr. Godot tell you yet?
Yes, we heard.
He's got a search party out looking for her.
There's nowhere else she could have disappeared to on the other side of Dusky Bridge. Maybe this isn't my hyperfixation, this is yours. Bro, it's been my hyperfixation. Or are you talking about Big Brother? Phoenix Wright is definitely mine. Big Brother is like both of ours. You're like you do the live feed angle, I do the casual and Reddit side. I don't know.
All we could do is wait for Mr. Edgeworth to get here, pal.
Edgeworth?
He's escorting Iris, the defendant over here.
We'll have to wait, since she is the only one who can open the door to the sacred cavern.
Oh, I think Mr. Edgeworth wants to talk to you about something too, pal.
Huh? I wonder what it is. Oh, yeah, okay. I see. You always asked if he said sort of Von Karma or whatever her name is, and I was responding. Yeah, I'll have to go onto Ace Attorney YouTube to find out.
Just don't be expecting any good news when you talk to him. When I spoke to him, Mr. Edgeworth sounded so down, it felt like I was drowning.
Sounds pleasant. The only thing about, like, the gravy... That was a little weird. Oh, hey. Quite literally my words. Do you know anything about the scroll detective?
Well, I know it smells great. Yeah, this is just the kind of weather for some steaming mashed potatoes and gravy. I really love that stuff. I ate it so much that my coat Ah!
Have you nothing else to say about this than your insane ramblings about gravy?
Not really.
Let's leave it at that, okay? That was a good one. Okay, time to investigate. This worries me. What the heck is that?
Oh, you spotted it all, pal.
Are you kidding me? It couldn't be more obvious. It says Maya.
And before you ask, it's written in blood.
You will answer all our questions now, Scruffy, without exception.
Yes, sir.
There are a couple of torches here. Guess you need all the light you can get up here in the mountains.
Yeah, I was looking at those things, pal. Looks like they've been lit pretty recently.
Recently? How recent are we talking about?
As recent as the night of the murder.
I was training here on the night of the murder. It's not unreasonable to think these things were lit up at the time, I guess. I swear I just heard, like, the first few notes of Megalovania. I heard, like, ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah. Well, this is odd. There's no snow on the ground here. It's an almost perfect rectangle. Couldn't have happened naturally. Yes. It appears as though someone has carefully cleared away the snow. No doubt it was you, wasn't it, Scruffy?
No, it wasn't me, sir. It's already like that when my men and I got here to start the investigation.
It wasn't the police, then who did it?
Oh, yeah, there's something I need to tell you, just between the three of us, okay?
What is it?
It's top secret. You can't tell anyone, got it?
How many times has Gumshoe Gumshoe said this, like, 8 times throughout the series.
Well, when I was a kid, I got knocked out of the local wrestling contest, you see. I was so disappointed, I just picked up my mouth guard and cried all the way home. Man, I got in so much trouble and I left it on the couch.
Is that it?
Whoever cleared the snow away must have had a reason.
I can't even begin to imagine what that reason could be. Okay, we looked at all these. There's something here. Is that not the key? I don't know. There's a charm or something poking out of the snow. Looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it, too.
Apparently, it belonged to the victim.
To Miss Elise Donham?
Yeah, there was a broken leather cord around the lady's neck. The ends of the cords found on both the victim and on this charm match exactly.
Sounds to me like this little trick is going to be my ticket to getting some very big answers. Ah, that's when I gotta show Bikini. Alright. A little lantern, a little statue. It is certainly a quaint little garden. Whatever she said. What is this huge bowl here for?
Oh, I know this one. It's a water bowl, right?
Everything else is completely frozen over. But the ice in this bowl has been broken. That's true. I wonder if this has any impact on the case.
Well, I doused my face earlier with the water in this. I was getting kind of sleepy.
Next time you're sleepy, you need only come to me, got it? Okay. We could talk to him about the thing we found. Maya, so these letters are written in blood?
Yeah, what's worse is it's the victim's blood.
Huh? This is Miss Donham's blood?
We haven't done a detailed analysis yet, but it's looking that way, pal.
Most interesting. Phoenix Wright? I presume you know, don't you? Why, Maya's name is written upside down.
You know what? That was really bothering me too. I just came up with the answer, the result of my own special gumshoe investigation.
Really? Do tell.
Well, on the night of the murder, the stone lantern was upside down.
Ahem. Anyway, there's really only one logical explanation to this mystery. Miss Elise Stoneham wrote these letters herself, in her own blood. Oh my god, it really is like Danganronpa. You must be joking. That's impossible.
From the writing in the victim's blood and the other clues left behind, it seems pretty likely that this garden was the scene of Miss Elise Stoneham's murder. At least, that's our current theory on how the events took place, pal.
What? So Miss Stoneham was killed here?
However you want to look at it, that's what people are saying now.
Then what Sister Bikini saw in the courtyard of the main temple was... Did Maya die? I fucking hope not. Because she went training. She's presumably in the gate in the place where we met up with Godot. But, where is it? Iris, who's down at the detention center. Where is she? Iris has the key. Presumably to know. Because we found Pearl. Speaking of it, where did Pearl run off to? Because we found her. And she ran somewhere else. Where did Pearl go? Because the person who died, who got killed, was her. So she obviously wrote something in her own blood. This wasn't seen in the crime. What did she see?
What do you think? Miss Von Karma?
Surely a special gumshoe investigation would reveal the answer, no? But wait a sec, the bloody writing and all the other clues here? Someone could have easily set all that up after the murder, right?
Sorry, but that's not an opinion, pal. Or not an option.
Why not? How quickly you forget, Phoenix of the Wright. Ever since the incident occurred, this place has been completely inaccessible. Because Dusky Bridge was completely burned down.
I was overseeing repairs to the bridge the whole time. No one came over here before me and my men. Which means no one could have planted all this stuff here, pal.
I can't think of a counter-argument to that.
I know it. Should have washed the blood off the lantern as soon as I got here.
This really was the scene of the crime? I need to figure out exactly what it was that Bikini actually saw. Okay. Let's go back. Oh, I can get there from here. Okay, that's cool. Let's go to Suspension Bridge. And then... Oh, is there anything down here? No, not yet. Okay. Go everywhere. We just still gotta find Pearl. Where could she be? Oh, is she gonna be here? No, it's Francisca. It seems you have a visitor. Mr. Wright. Iris, I'm really glad to see you.
Godot managed to mobilize the police by claiming a state of emergency.
Not him again. Never mind him. We've got to hurry and unlock the sacred cavern. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. It's my fault someone so important to you is locked in there. Mr. Edgeworth, can we finish our conversation later?
All right. Let's hurry to the inner temple, then. I'll see you later, Wright.
Wait, Edgeworth, I'm coming with you guys.
Sorry, Wright. Can't allow you to come with us.
What?
I hate to be the one to break it to you, but Maya Fey is in a rather delicate position.
What do you mean by a delicate position?
This isn't simply a rescue operation, Wright? It's also an investigation. That being the case, we can't allow members of the public to interfere.
Come on, Edgeworth.
If anything happens, you'll be the first to know. Please understand, Wright?
But it's Maya. Mr. Wright, all that matters is that Mystic Maya is rescued, correct? Listen to the voice of reason for a change, Phoenix of the Wright.
From now on, consider anything beyond Dusky Bridge to be off limits. We'll be going now. Excuse us.
This is no time to be standing around, Phoenix of the Wright. Aren't there other things that demand your attention?
She's right. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, Edgeworth, as soon as we're back, he's back to being an asshole. Sister Bikini looks like she's shrunk some since I saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My, hello you two. How are you doing? The sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome, crimson-clad prince. She's talking about Edgeworth. It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this happened. Poor Iris, she was worried about my back, would you believe? What have I done to her? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified about what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Huh? Me? Ah! Oh, yes! You did great, Sister Bikini. Absolutely spectacular. You two are the only ones who've said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that I just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those psych locks of hers. Okay, she still has all that same stuff. So, let's just save. Take that! Okay, we've seen all this before. Piece of evidence that proves your identity is the Curating Master's Talisman. Miss Donham had this charm with her at all times. Where did you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm either. Then... What do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. Oops! This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Donham really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove Miss Donham's true identity. I'm sorry, what's the other item? It's not that. Oh, no, I thought I was about to present that. Okay. The orb. Courtyard. That's the crime photo. Tracks photo. Testimony. Autopsy report. It's probably the orb, right? It's either the staff or the orb. Because this has, like, the orb has, like, this buckle on it. So I think it's this. Okay, it's not. Well, you really ought to think about buying one of those charms we sell here, Mr. Wright. Huh? Otherwise, you just might find yourself jumped on by a little lady on a dark mountain path. What am I doing? A piece of evidence I need to show Bikini is obvious. Well, not to me! Speaks volumes about Mr. Talisman and one other item. Is it really the staff? Is it that obvious? No! Have I found what I need? Because that's like everything I'm thinking. The magic bottle. Dang, this is the only other thing I have on her. Okay, what? The talisman and the talisman. Okay. And we blew it. Okay, I know I can keep going, but let's just do that. Talisman in the photo. Gotta be an item, though. It's not the sword. Victim's blood and suspect's fingerprints, not the murder weapon. Okay, well maybe Pearls was running around somewhere. Oh, I haven't been in the courtyard yet. Oh no, never mind. Dude, can I have some ketchup? Oh yeah, sure, here you go. That's what that reminded me of. Investigating a crime scene. Education connection. I was shopping for a new car, which runs me a new convertible or an SUV. But then my credit was back, and now I'm driving off the lot on a used subcompact FREE. That means free. Creditreport.com, baby. Saw their ad on my TV. Now I don't know. I don't know the rest of that. I don't know. Should the rest of this stream just be me singing like ads? That'd be funny, right? That would keep the viewer retention up. Surely. Ben karaoke hour. Oh yeah. Chris really wants it. What's the JG Wentworth? 800-588. I keep going back and forth between the same two. Oh, I can't even go there? Okay, wait, so I have to have the piece of evidence then. It's only me here, so do it. Exactly. Well, according to the live stream, there's like 4 other people watching. But, you know. They're probably all about to leave. I know my quote-unquote fans. What am I doing? Okay, well... Larry's teacher. Yeah, I can only go between here, main hall, and courtyard. Phoenix Wright wouldn't soft lock me, right? Listen, I have infinite tries with the Cyclops. So by that logic, I can just try everything. Try everything. Yeah, I've investigated everywhere. So unless I need to, like, show Bikini something. What are you doing with that? Give it back at once. Can't, this is evidence. This really must be one very important item. This crystal sphere. It's not from a demon warning hood, but I guess it serves a similar purpose. If it's not from a hood, then I guess it really is from Miss Donham's staff. Look at the blood on it. Poor Mystic Elise. About the bridge? Honestly, it's like the end of the world! It's not a good thing, that's for sure. I think people have the gall to call this kind of scribbling by the name of art. Huh? That's the sort of standard you need for the arts these days? I could be a pop diva. I'm sure, but what about the contents of this picture? What do you make of that? It's definitely the end of the world. Ah, it's Mystic Elise's staff. The crystal sphere really is missing from it. But the sphere was found near Dusky Bridge, right? Yes, even though I'm sure Mystic Elise was in Hazakura Temple this entire evening. Wait a minute. Well, but we know that's Misty Faye, though. That's Bikini, that's Iris. Are we really so sure that I have the evidence I need? Did I present the photo of her? I don't know if I did yet. Wait, real quick, I'm gonna talk to her and see if there's not anything I'm missing here. No. Okay. Okay, liberty, 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 liberty. Liberal, 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 liberal. Okay. Talisman. It's talisman and one other item. Chris, you gotta help me out here. What else do we have on Elise Donham that proves she's a part of it? It's not the sphere. It's not the staff. It's not the hood. Did I try the picture of her? It's not the picture of her. The hood. Did I try the hood? It's not the hood. The map. Is it the old Colt New Year's issue? No. It's the Magatama. If this is a thing where it's supposed to say, like, one other thing, or one other person, because, like, that's all of the obvious evidence. Larry. No, it's not Larry. I'm just gonna do this so I can get more guesses per capita. Blah, 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 blah. I'm lying, I'm lying, I'm lying, I'm lying, I'm like, what is that? What is that? Oh, where'd you find that? I don't know. What would the crime photo do? There. Oh, what does our bio on Godot say? Shrouded in mystery? I mean, he told us he fucking died, but whatever. Oh, is Pearl having... No, she doesn't have one. My lawyer bet. Oh, the scroll? It was the scroll? That's a Misty Faye, so I've been blatantly lied to by the game. Fuck it. I don't know. This painting is obscured by the gravestone at the moment. This scroll shows the master of the Curian channeling technique. The crest at the top is a sign of the honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. Ah! The crest is reserved to the master of Curian. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea who you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. What? What? You mean that acolyte is Misty Faye's daughter? Yes. Phoenix gets so cold when he cross-examines people. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Faye's sole successor. Mystic Misty! Oh, it was one of these where it's all 5 at once, thank God. Okay. Yay! So how do you know her? Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago. When she showed me the talisman with that mark on it, well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What's the significance of this talisman, sister? Oh yeah, Francisca was just here the whole time. The Curain talisman? It's the symbol of the Master of Curain. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death? So, Elise Donham was really Maya's mother, huh? Huh? Can we... I have several questions. So you're telling me... Supposedly this is Maya's mom. She has to have a different appearance. Like... I forget though. I forget. Because did Maya say she was close with her mom? Or that she hadn't seen her in a long time? Because... Wouldn't it be like... Because she was here when we first met Elise. So, how do you, like, not know... I don't know. She was Misty Fate, the master of the Curain channeling technique. Truth comes out at last. Looks like we're making some headway here. Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did she choose to show herself now? Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well... Oh my god, an earthquake now! What's happening? It can't be. Oh god, Edgeworth is gonna get his PTSD now. Earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple, this kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The sacred cavern in the training hall, it might well cave in! What? Maya! Notice how Lily started bringing up earthquakes as soon as we knew Maya was trapped down there? This seems fishy to me. It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go! What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Sister Bikini, we'll finish this later, alright? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. I just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Come on, let's go. Go! Gotta hurry. Yeah, I'm going! Oh, okay. Right. What are you doing here? How could I have... How do you expect us to understand if you don't speak up? Ow! Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris, she's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? What? That was my one opportunity to do it. So, it was just now, during the... It's easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. I should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes, and I stupidly passed out. That incident haunts you to this day, doesn't it? That's no excuse for letting the suspect get away. Can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. And we need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Still, where the hell did Pearl go? Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape but to cross. No, that's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentioned something when we were with her. She said that the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. Then you think Iris might have gone to Inner Temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth. I'm sure she's at the Inner Temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right. Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. It's supposed to be Edgeworth. My bad. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found was something none of us could have ever expected. Oh. I thought I was about to be like, you gotta find out, what did we see? How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris! Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? What?! Is there another investigation day? Or are we just going right into trial? There's gotta be another investigation, right? This investigation is 2 parts. No, screw it. I'm gonna keep going. Right, is that what Godot was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me.
What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. I know that there was only 1 lock when I last came here.
So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes.
If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. Like you're one to talk with your face all green.
Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself.
Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly...
There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state.
Go and get some rest.
That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth.
Understood. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. He's got so much pride that he's probably off crying in a corner of the garden.
Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that this is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles.
I see. Well, thanks for your help. Now then. Do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris?
No, not at all.
Why did you make a run for it, Iris?
I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. I was so worried, I just had to come and see. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law. At least we're clear on that. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright, but...
But what?
Then I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and... Who in the world would do something like this? These trick locks are a sacred treasure of the Kyrian tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it.
And you aren't the one who set these locks? I don't think it's that simple, Franziska von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only 1 lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them.
What does that mean?
It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. And wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks. The first one.
Yes, that's correct.
What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this?
Well, like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. I suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove them. But
it will take time, won't it?
Yes, about a day if I had to guess.
A whole day? Well, that's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us?
Sure, I'll do whatever I can.
We've got to wait another day? Hang in there, Maya. You're going to have to call on your inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get.
And what might that be, Phoenix Wright?
I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look.
You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident. But you were seen that same evening in Inner Temple. And then you were spotted at the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple, too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple. It's as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. Oh, only 3! But this isn't... Because she still has the one of I know you. Alright. Let's see what we're working with here. It's time you told the truth about what you were doing on the night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me, too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder. It was Larry. Right? Okay, I guess it wasn't. Trust you see me, trust me. But Mr. Wright, I can't. Why not? I can't trust some random nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. Bikini saw him somewhere else. Right? Yeah. Talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini? Her testimony in court today was very clear. Yeah, we saw that all. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright. The Acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the Inner Temple, so I would have left it around 9:40 p.m., I think. Sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? It's gonna be the weather, because that's when the bridge struck lightning, right? Struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Okay, it's not that. Do you have any other things that are time? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that one. Is Pearl gonna show up finally? Finally get to the bottom of this case. Count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try to gather more clues. Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, Pearls. Okay. Cops are still coming to the place. They look pretty nervous. Pretty nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. How could I have done that? Oh, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah! Hey, don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? You came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away! I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. Thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. You guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone here as a suspect. Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? So, I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, though thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But
Still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school, Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. It all started with a big quake that hit the courthouse. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense attorney. Chris, this is your lore if you want to catch up. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. It's been more than 17 years now. The case was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but it was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. Not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. Felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. As cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the evidence puzzle that solves this case. We are literally both working on the defense side. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple, and neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence. You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case. I need to fill Edgeworth in. And explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. Dog, I don't even know that. Okay, There's no one around all of a sudden. Sure gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Speaking of alone, I guess you should go check out that shack.
Oh, Mr. Nick?
Pearls! What are you doing here?
Nothing. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright?
Well, we don't know yet.
Oh, I see.
Hey, what do you think you're doing here, Nick? Larry. This is the loser's shack, where losers get together to lose themselves. This is the what? Hey, we find comfort in each other's failures, okay? You got a problem with that?
Look, Mr. Nick, Mr. Larice did a picture of me.
That's, great, Pearls. We're gonna gather firewood now. We'll be cooking some half-round potatoes over a miserable little campfire. So stay out of our way. I don't believe this. Why can't you try getting fired up over becoming a better man? No one believes a word I say anymore. Listen to me, Pearl. You don't want to trust this kind of guy, okay? I'll only let you down.
Oh, Mystic Maya. Larry, is there something you want to tell me about this picture?
I've got nothing to say to you, Nick. My life's here now, with Pearl. Two losers cooking potatoes together forevermore. What am I gonna do with him? Alright then. What do you think about this picture, Pearls?
I think it's really well drawn. I can't draw at all, so I think it's really amazing.
See, someone appreciates it. It's tough getting the flames to look like that, you know?
It's supposed to be Sister Iris flying through the air, isn't it? I love it. It's like a dream, a wonderful fantasy.
No, it wasn't a dream. She really flew, I'm telling you. Iris really flew that night.
But Mr. Larice?
Not you too. Please don't look at me like that, bro. Don't look at me like I'm some kind of nutcase, I beg of you. Guess this picture really is a representation of what Larry thinks he saw. Guys, I was half asleep when I was there that night. But I was wide awake after the lightning struck. And I saw what I saw. It was exactly like I drew in the picture.
Looks like I don't have any choice but to take this sketch at face value.
Hey, what's with the look of doubt on your face?
Pearls,
Yes, Mr. Nick?
I've been meaning to ask you about the night of the murder. Where were you and what exactly were you doing when it all happened?
I was just, well, I'm just a kid and life was a nightmare. You know? You know that classic 2000 song? I'm sure it doesn't really matter what I was doing, does it, Mr. Nick?
Sorry, Pearls, but yes, it does. On the night of the murder, we were supposed to be in Miss Donham's room reading a book together. But Miss Donham was murdered and you, Pearls, were at the Inner Temple. Just what exactly happened that night, Pearls?
I'm really sorry, Mr. Nick.
And the picture of Iris looks so scary when it goes negative. Is this... What the fuck? My god.
I'm not saying that. That's why I'm being punished.
What are you talking about, Pearls?
My spiritual power, it has disappeared.
What? Her powers have disappeared? What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls?
It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint.
Hey, what are you looking at me for?
Pearls, did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps?
Ah!
Way to go, Nick! You made her cry! That was really cruel!
Just as I thought. Gonna have to break her psych locks to get the truth out of her.
Well, I'm finding so much information.
What is Pearl crying about, huh? What's the 9-year-old got? This is the second time we've had to interrogate a 9-year-old in this series. The same 9-year-old, as a matter of fact. Well, last time she was 8, but... After dinner on the night of the murder, we were supposed to be in Elise Dunham's room, reading a book together, correct?
Yes, I was so happy when she invited me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No, there was somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Dunham's room, because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls, night of the murder, you went to this place. She went to the Inner Temple.
You went here, didn't you, Pearls?
Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? But the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now I'm going to take a guess, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay?
You mean you know?
If I'm right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Okay.
You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is... you wanted to check on Maya. It's obvious what you were so worried about, Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was a special course. I signed up for your special course! Okay, yeah. Sister Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? Because it was you who introduced Hazakura Temple to Maya in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what could happen to Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the Inner Temple.
Oh my god, that's only the first lock. And we're clear that you went to Inner Temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. What time was it when you headed over to the Inner Temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
Oh! Wait a minute. Yeah. She presumably... Wait, or is that what I need to use for Iris's thing?
I could try it. I could try doing that. She heard the lights out bell? The Hot Sakura Temple's bell is pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it. That would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell? Tell me, Pearls, why are you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh,
The reason you were so worried about that bell was because of this. I have no idea what that could be yet. Okay. This all looks the same for the most part. Okay, so I don't think there's gonna be anything here. I wonder if Sister Bikini is back in the main hall. Haven't seen Gumshoe. Bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. I guess, bro.
well, what's the damage? How is the sacred cavern?
Looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. Told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks.
But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set these trick locks are those of the Curain tradition.
We have Iris at the Sacred Cavern, trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini.
Oh, yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we?
Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Curain disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Faye suddenly appeared at this temple.
It was about a week ago when Mystic Misty arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Curain tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them."
Someone was trying to destroy the main family line?
There's only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Curain, and her daughter's the main family. All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan.
Right, yeah, we talked about this last game.
So why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have, and always will, plot to erase those of the main family line.
Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed?
You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real.
Yes, I do. It's been 2 years since I first met Maya. That time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. During the Mask to Mask case, and during Maggie Bird's trial, too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most.
The Curain technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead, that's true psychic power, you know? Members of the tradition always have been there behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill?
I suppose so, but with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you to be really rich by now.
Are you saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Oh, you're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see, all because of one little mistake.
It's the DL6. Mistake? What mistake? 17 years ago? Yeah. It's the DL6.
Sure, the record still exists.
Yeah, it was called the DLC. I've played the other 2 games, okay? I know this. DL6 incident, I know it. Family Feud, Steve Harvey.
Spiritual power of the Curain channeling technique is in the blood. Nice told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us.
According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit the power.
Main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Amy, but with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master.
The ones who don't become branch families, right?
That's right, it's always because of the tragedy.
No, Maya had a sister too, an older sister named Mia.
Oh yes, I've heard of her.
What? You know about Mia?
Of course, she became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother.
Lost her life. As a result.
Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumored to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition.
Really?
Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, and she grew up. I guess Mystic Maya got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mom and her aunt.
That's right. Misty Faye had an elder sister, too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the Master's seat from her.
Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know.
And that's Pearl's mom. Yeah. Morgan? There's a name I know well. It was a year ago now at Maya's home, Curian Village. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master. She didn't murder, though.
I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realized that Iris...
Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this?
That Iris is...
Mystic Morgan's daughter! Chat, insert the Maya damage sprite of the jaw drop. What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter? Skip the DL6 incident. We're gonna know about that. Did you just say Iris is Morgan Faye's daughter?
Oops, I thought you already knew.
Sounded like you meant one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh? Yes, Pearl's. Pearl Faye. I always thought she was an only child.
You just the child. She's Mystic Morgan's. I had no idea.
Mystic Morgan. She's in prison now, isn't she? Yes, ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master.
I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2.
3?! Okay. Game theory. Game theory. Except not game theory, because it's probably about to get announced to us. Pearl's youngest daughter. Iris's daughter number 2. And Iris and Dahlia were twins. So my prediction was correct. Wait, what? That 3?
Yes, Iris heard.
Fucking called it! Fucking called it! Because I knew she couldn't have been pretending to be Dahlia. Because I don't think someone would cover for her. Or would she? Or does she know Dahlia? That's the thing about this, is I'm still doubting myself. I'm still doubting myself. What? Twin sister?
Oh, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago.
Bikini is just like the Ace Attorney fandom watching me play this case. It's like, oh, I thought you knew that already.
After the clan leadership was taken from her by his sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. It wasn't many years later that Curian's reputation hit an all-time low. Mystic Morgan's husband realized his wife would never become the master. He left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. Iris has a twin sister. Could it be? Can you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris's sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. I'm a jeweler. DL6 incident. I know it well. It took place 17 years ago. It's the first time the country's sister police ever used a spirit medium. I know all this! Yeah, you failed. Everyone knew it was a fraud. It wasn't a fraud since you managed to reveal the truth. Finally making a comeback. New master wielding Shinyin Maya. Trolls had 2 older sisters. That's right. That was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Twin dollars were taken from her by a jeweler husband, but even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had pearls? It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. She was able to break free of the bars that confine her. So Iris had a twin sister. The plot thickens. See, it's weird, because I kind of like that we know Dahlia's a criminal beforehand, but then it makes this whole thing kind of obvious. I don't know. Why do you have Victor Kudo's theme now?
No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Singing with me, no motive, no crime. I remember when we used to search. I love my job. Because the clues I find are no good. It's not what investigating's all about. Investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases, but yeah.
Never would have guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae.
Case is gonna be tired. Okay. Hey, pal, huh?
Who, me?
How long have you been there?
I just got here.
Oh, okay.
So what are you up to, detective?
I'm investigating, pal. Made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. Promised I would find the real murder weapon.
Real murder weapon?
That barbed sword thing turned out to be a false lead, right? Giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. Just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though.
A letter? So how's this investigation going? Took place in the Inner Temple. I'm skipping all the stuff that, like, we already know about. Okay, maybe I should have been paying attention. Okay, Godot said something about Maya. Can we repeat that? Took place in the Inner Temple Garden. I take that bloody writing pretty seriously. You mean... I know the details, pal. All I know is that if you don't find Maya down in the secret cavern, we're gonna be faced with an ugly situation. You got me, I don't know. They're not my words, pal. So Godot said it. Okay. About that letter you found.
Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. All I find is some burnt-up old letter.
Burnt-up old letter?
Yeah, it was in that incinerator right outside the Inner Temple.
The incinerator? I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. There was snow in the incinerator when I first saw it. But after the incident, the snow had melted away, which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder.
What's up with you, pal? I got it right here if you want to take a look.
Can I... Do you mind?
Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff, but it's got no relation to the case.
Spirit mediums? It's gonna be important if you mention spirit mediums and masters. Better give it a good looking over and some serious thought.
Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering is a crime, pal.
Can we read that? Be careful, once night falls, something should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne. She is all the whole blah, blah, blah. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is blah 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 blah, burn the blah 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 blah. Also make sure not to tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Wow. Needle drop, or mic drop. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far?
Well, it wasn't the sword that was found impaled into the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today.
Yes, it's true.
In which case, it must have been another blade.
That's what you're running around looking like a headless chicken looking for now, huh?
Yeah, man, is it tiring work, but let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We've got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this.
Secret weapon? Don't tell me I'm gonna have to do the fingerprinting again.
You wanna know? You've gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright, the murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far?
No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart.
So what's a perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector!
Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. I'm actually gonna raise my hand, you know?
Well, I want to give some scientific investigation a go.
Me?
Been using this thing for hours now. It's pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try?
Is this gonna be another... Well, I'll play forensics expert. Of course I will. Always keep a metal detector on you. Ace Attorney 1 taught me that. Guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, it's the most...
Advanced department, gadget, absolute best. So sensitive you can make it cry. It's so high tech you can skydive off it.
Don't bother.
So now I'm gonna tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right?
Sure, that's what we're trying to find out.
Right, so first let's turn the detector on. It's the sound of the metal detector signal bouncing off something metallic. Next, move the detector around and give this courtyard a good look-see, pal. When that happens, I
Didn't mean to skip all that, but I did. That's gonna be the ladder. That's the statue. This is Miss Donem's staff, isn't it?
scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood.
The detector's reacting to it.
Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing's made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic.
Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it?
This thing is causing a racket.
Here, let me take a look at it.
Hey, hands off! Examining evidence is a job for the...
The top is coming off. That's what she said.
Look what you've done! You've damaged a really important piece of evidence!
Ah.
That's a
sword!
inside the staff.
Is this... Could it be?
The murder weapon?
I never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff.
You call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The craftsmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot.
I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. The real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden. Why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey Gumshoe, who knows about the hidden sword?
No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now.
Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. Doesn't look like there were any traces of blood on it.
I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh?
No! I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder.
Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Good job, pal.
It's about the same length as the sword, too. This must be the murder weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. Okay.
Wait up, detective. Huh?
What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know?
You're gonna get that staff analyzed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while?
What are you talking about, pal?
Please. Just until we find Maya.
Maya, what's this got to do with her?
I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach.
Oh, how so?
Look, Maya's trapped inside the sacred cavern right now, and well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel.
You don't think?
Maya's been
Please, detective. Let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cavern. I'm kind of already in there. Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. This staff secret trick, let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished.
I understand.
This is just a regular, run-of-the-mill staff, you got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal.
Thank you, detective.
Don't worry. She'll be fine.
Gumshoe?
You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. I'm gonna take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal?
Sure, thanks. Can't help but wonder, though, what was Elise Dunham doing with stuff like this in the first place? Dude, I thought I could have finished this investigation, this stream, but it's still going. I was like, oh, it's 2 parts? Nah, that's fine, I can do it. Gumshoe's not gonna know a damn thing about any of this. Bro, I was just skipping all this. Bloody writing.
Hey, quit giving me that evil stare, would you? Look like just like this.
It wasn't mine. There's no way it could have been her. Am I able to go back to Edgeworth now and tell him that Iris has a twin? Apparently, Iris was taken in by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me. Edgeworth went back to the criminal affairs department and looked up some stuff on her. I should ask him what he's found. Yeah, I did! You checked her file. Oh wait, do I have another thing about Dahlia? Yeah! Morgan Fay's daughter and Iris's twin sister finally deals in jewelry, apparently. Here's what we need. Hey, Edgeworth! Did you know that Iris had a twin sister?
What? A twin?
You can't be serious. Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin. There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked. Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently her sister was raised by her father. A jeweler, I think.
A jeweler?
Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is. Had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh my god, I gotta hear her theme again, yay. Yes, exactly. Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please. It was my first court case, 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died. You're talking about Terry Falls, right? You know about that case? You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked on one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago. Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago. They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler. "5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking." Oh yeah, but now that means there has to be another one. So something's not adding up. Her sister? Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife. Oh. This is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me. So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out? Doesn't really matter. Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case. Why are you so sure about that? It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead. What? Well, her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak. What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth? Right. I must confess that in reading her file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey. Mia Fey, Mia Fey! At the time, Dahlia It's like she was possessed by a demon or something. It's been almost 5 years since the guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month. Executed? Sure, it's a bit of a shock for you, right? For more reasons than one. Do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case. She's dead, and once someone is dead, there's no way to revive them. There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. Seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth.
And what is that?
It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother.
What's their mother got to do with any of this?
She's Morgan Fay, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Curian channeling technique.
Did you say cure range channeling technique?
Do you know something about it?
Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium.
Fraudulent?
I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago.
Yeah, we know about this! DL6, I know. Yes. Okay. Well, we know she's dead. But that's all we really got from that. Okay. Was I supposed to do this already? I don't know. Dog, I'm getting hungry. Being an attorney makes you hungry. It doesn't add up with your other testimony. This is my only thought, because you rang the lights out bell. Yeah, okay. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? You said you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's that? Me.
Mr. Wright?
You even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten?
No, that's right. I remember.
That brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. There were 2 of you? On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible.
Possible, I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me?
Well, I'm glad I came back to this. Because I wouldn't have been able to prove it otherwise. I have a firm grip on the situation now, Iris. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer...
I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm back, went to go get dinner. You missed a lot! There's no need to explain now, is there, Iris? The second you who was here at the temple on the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it yourself a second ago. My sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo? A training round of the Kurain channeling technique? That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Ah, she had the same damage sprite as her sister.
I was in my room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, the other half of me who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne.
Why didn't you tell me this before? Because my sister always does the right thing.
Excuse me, I beg to differ.
And because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her?
What do you mean? That's why I have to accept I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago? That was the start of it all. That's what started her down the twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life. It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
There's no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And she didn't do it for the money.
Huh?
It was revenge on her father.
Revenge?
What do you mean by revenge? He was a hideous man. He threw her mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her mother? She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
Her mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was sent to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason our father married our mother in the first place, for power.
For revenge, basically. That's a goated reference, Chris.
But his plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her. She took over as the master of Kurain. That would be Misty Fay, Maya's mother. Before long, the credibility of the Kurain tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident. After that happened, our father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive and that he had no reason to stay there.
That's when you came here to Hazakura Temple.
Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see. Oh. I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family, I've heard she's been very battered spiritually and emotionally. I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together. I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor. This incident, everything related to it goes back to the history of the Fey clan.
That's what it looks like.
Iris, there's just one more thing I want you to tell me. What is it? During the incident in which your sister Dahlia Hawthorne poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student? Have you heard anything about him? Oh, I did hear one thing. She said she hated his guts.
Damn.
I see.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. Leave these locks to me. I'll open them for you, I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I'd better continue my investigation. Still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's psych lock.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do that! I think we got everything from Edgeworth. I can check. Save. Oh, I didn't show him this. Okay, can't do that. We're almost there, Chris. We will do this whole investigation in one stream. Where am I going? Oh. Never mind, I accidentally led myself to the right place. Okay, real quick. I want to investigate this bell. Because Pearl... I never would have thought someone was horrible. Iris ring the lights out bell. Because Pearl's thing is about the bell. I can tell her about Dahlia. Iris had a twin sister. That's really all I know about her. And the fact, how many do? She probably have a coronary and a half. Hey, you know that one person you kind of knew? Yeah, she killed a lot of people, and now she's dead. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. They really did make a fire right in front of the shack.
Oh, Mr. Nick!
It's too late. You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. That potato sounds amazing right now. Happens to the best of us. A coronary? Or accidentally leading yourselves to the right path? Now we just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Oh, happens to the best. Oh, you're talking about Dahlia. Right, yeah. Okay. I mean, they're talking like I have all the evidence. That's what the game's implying here. So what would scare Pearl about the bell? After dinner, you didn't go because you were worried. Okay, we know you went to Inner Temple. This is a gimme. This is a gimme. You went there. And then she was scared because of Maya. She was worried about Maya. I had to actually see what Bikini said to find out why she was scared. It was probably around 9:30 when you left Main Hall. Heard the real training was supposed to start at 10. Wanted to get there before it started. Alright, chat, help me out with this. There's so much snow I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. Until after 10. How'd you know what time it was? Heard the bell ringing for lights out. Must have been really good hearing. I was really trying to pick up the sound of that bell. Didn't want to miss it, that'd be terrible. She was trying to hear the bell. Why were you so worried about hearing the bell? Iris? Iris rang the bell. I don't think that's what it was. Taken by her only pupil. Is it the hood? Could try her testimony. Chat, what do we think? What do we think? You can see that the testimony. This protects from evil spirits. She doesn't have one. Is it this? It's not that.
No, Mr. Nick, I think you should take a break now.
Huh?
Even your hair is starting to look a bit tired. The spikes aren't looking so sharp.
I think this piece of evidence wasn't so sharp for me either. Couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell. Is it her testimony? Why would she be scared of the lights out bell? The fire hadn't started yet. Someone with a lease? I don't know. I'm so close, though. I'm not going to go to a guide. Unless I really have no idea. Oh, wait. Was it... Oh, was it because it was lightninging? It was not because it was lightningy. We're so worried about that bell was because of this. Is it just a lease? No. Okay. Alright, I should take a breather. Okay. Boop. So let's talk about Big Brother, because Chris is the only person in this chat. Russell Hance could be coming back. I'd be somewhat optimistic. I'd be somewhat intrigued to find out what he would do on Big Brother. Because he's talked about Big Brother in the past, you know, will he play Big Brother? 9:30 left main hall. Our training was supposed to start at 10. But before it started, you don't want to see Morgan, to be honest. I want to see Morgan, but at this point, I don't think she's going to be on. Because she's been in a lot of promotional material with, like, Paul and Vince and all of them. I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock. I miss it. Give her a season to separate herself from the show, then bring her back. Yeah, we don't want another Paul situation. That is fair. Oh, she's in solitary confinement? I did not know that. Why was she worried about the bell? Frenchie season 23, that'd be funny. It's not this. Why would it be this? How's it go down in the surrounding area? Is it Chris, why was she trying to get to the lights out bell? We need to figure that out. The tracks photo? Because the crime hadn't happened yet. Chris, we need to interrogate a 9-year-old. That's pot. Okay, I'm not finishing that. We need to interrogate a witness together. It's the tracks. It's not the snowmobile. It's not the tracks photo. I'm gonna be the sketch. Didn't know this was Dream SMP. Oh, that's your line of the night, Chris. Oh! Wait, did she see the sphere? She did not see the sphere. Oh my, wait, no, yeah, that's what it is. She found the letter. Oh, okay. I'm gonna fail and load the save, so I can do this. Because I don't know how much health I'm gonna get back. Because, yeah, she read the letter, she put it in the fire, because she didn't want anyone to know about it. I think that's what it is, right? Because it says once the lights out bell rings, something's gonna happen. Okay, so back to Big Brother Discourse. Janelle says she couldn't get in contact with Russell. People can't get in contact with Angela, so those two are probably gonna be there. So that's the survivor. Do we think it's gonna be more than one survivor player or just Russell? That will be the question. Angela and Russell. Oh my. That will be... I didn't realize those two were going to be in the house together until you said... Like, I didn't process it until you just now said that, and now I'm like, oh, that's... My mom is going to hate this season. Okay. We must channel her spirit. 4 return, 4 from other shows, 8 newbies. That would be kind of awesome. It's this letter, right? Boom! There it is. Okay. You were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper.
Where did you...
In the incinerator at the inner temple? Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? Did Pearls kill a man? Did Pearls kill Elise? No. That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
What did that note say? Here, lights out. You must channel her spirit, leaving everything up to her. Her name is blank. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Either Iris or Pearl had to have done it. If Pearl did it, it can't be this. Why would she be like this if she don't look at me like that. You're a possible suspect for murder right now. I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt, but the last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious when Pearls is supposed to channel. It was supposed to be Dahlia, right? Yeah, okay. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. Just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I've never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. All the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions? It's either Iris or Elise. Or I guess it'd be Misty Faye. That's what I'm leaning towards. Let me read this note one more time. Be careful once night. As soon as you hear the... No, yeah, because why else would she not meet with her? It's gotta be that, right? Okay, never mind. I don't think I can trust you. No! Who pearls would trust? No questions asked. Can't be many candidates. It's Maya. It was Maya. It's not Maya! Wait a minute. It's not Morgan Faye, is it? She wouldn't trust Bikini because she was scared. It's either Iris or Morgan. She's in solitary confinement, though. When was this letter made? Bring our vengeance. Is it Morgan? It sounds like it's Morgan, because bring our vengeance. Pearls? I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you, that's why. How did you... I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Faye. Alright, Pearls, it's time you started telling me the truth.
Mr. Nick,
Why is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
don't underestimate me just because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you're trying to say I followed these instructions, I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I don't think you have any.
She'd say something. She'd rather say anything rather than to admit to carrying out these instructions. Because I'll have to produce some more evidence. And one more thing should do it. Alright, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right, there's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
Huh? How do you know that?
It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
Simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
Sure, you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Oh god, now I gotta... Okay, Chris, we gotta read this and pretend you're reading it like a child. Be careful. Once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne. She is our only hope. The whole thing rests in your balance. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Once this is done, burn the instructions. Also, make sure you gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades. She probably misunderstood this part. Roast the master in the fires of Hades. Was she the reason why the bridge was burning? Oh, wait, no! This was, yeah, we haven't had an explanation for the gravy. Oh! Gravely! Roast. She thought it meant... Yeah, she thought it meant put gravy on it. That's a fun clue. That's a good one. It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
What? Why would it do something like...
Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fire of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition? But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roast, among others, right?
How do you know that?
Remember the conversation you had with Miss Donham on the night of the murder?
Perhaps we can read some books together. Really? I'd love to! I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
Miss Elise, so for example, how do you read this?
It says, gravely. That's kind of a tough word. Oh my god, it was literally right in front of us! Sure, Miss Donham taught you how to read gravely and roast, but what she didn't teach you is what they meant.
Gravely sounded like gravy to me, and the only roast I could think of was the food.
And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast.
To be honest, I did think it was a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I couldn't even burn the letter properly as my mother had asked out of me. Such a simple thing, I couldn't even do it right.
Can I get all my health back? If not, I'm gonna have to... Screw it, I'm gonna redo it. Listen. We're min-maxing this. I forget... At least, this is how it was in Justice for All. Your spirit from the investigations would transfer over to the actual trials themselves. And this is gonna be the final trial, so I gotta go in with all my ammunition, okay? So with that being said, how about Big Brother Chris? This is the end. This is the last psych lock I have to do, I think. Well, yeah, this is the final case in the game. So, which is why it's kind of like everyone is here, and it's like Avengers cameos keep popping up. You were so worried about the bell. It was because of the letter. Anyway, what do you think of the Blockbuster? I think Blockbuster, you know what? I could honestly... I'm fine with it staying. I'm also fine with it if it was to be on a season that I competed on. Because if I were to watch the live feeds, it would actually give me a reason to, like, watch the live feeds, because then I could watch all the conversations going into the... recorded episodes, going into the live evictions, and I would still have something to look forward to. And that's why a lot of people like the Blockbuster, and even just being a casual fan, like, you know, someone who doesn't watch the live feeds like me, it's just generally exciting, you know, it's a fun live competition to watch. It gave us great moments, you know? I like it. I like the Blockbuster. Get Pluto TV, it's free. Well, I have Paramount Plus, though, so I can watch the live feeds anyway. That's how I had to watch most of the episode. Because I would watch a lot of 27, I would watch, like, in the morning walking to classes, I would listen to it. Give me 1 second, My mom is asking me about dinner, give me 2 seconds. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, gravy. Could do some fucking gravy. Seems great right now. Also, what did you have to say about lost powers? Okay.
It was written right in my mother's letter. It said, as soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. I was on my way over to the inner temple when I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit?
No, I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it?
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and I tried and I tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. But I just couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearls. It'll work out. If you want, it'll come flying to the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that. Okay, so someone else had to have done her spirit then. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that what you think your spiritual powers are gone?
Yes, I don't know what to do.
Is there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though.
Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
Could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit.
Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne. Hope to get back to 9-person jury just this season. I mean, rumored to be 18-person cast, or at least that's what everyone's debating. So, I mean, it could be. Because I think if they increase the cast size, they would definitely increase jury.
Okay, I'm such an idiot. Couldn't even grant my mother's final wish.
Her final wish?
Yes, this letter. This is my last wish, she said. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. Definitely need to figure out more about it.
After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple.
7 pre-jury, 9 jury, 2 final 2. Yeah.
With a pot full of the leftover gravy,
The gravy?
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the sacred cavern. I was sure it was the Master Curain like it said in the letter.
I see, and then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went there to the inner temple guest area.
Guest area?
Yeah, I thought I could wait there until the training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mystic Maya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. So I just stayed where I was and prayed for her to get through it. But then
Pearls, did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just couldn't help it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris, too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple.
Yes, when I woke up, it was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there was no one in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy and
let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried. Must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school, too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry.
my mother has gone to a place called a penitentiary.
Yeah, I know, Pearls.
I visit her every month, and last month she told me...
The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearls. There's something I need you to do for me. I had a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it, and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing. Now listen carefully, and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden.
My mother's always nice to me. I love her very much.
Yeah, moms will do anything for their kids, right? Even frame their cousin for murder.
She said it was for the good of the Fey Clan, so I knew I had to help her. I mean, Mystic Maya's part of the Fey Clan, so it had to be good for her, too. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
I guess so, yeah.
There was a picture with her letter, too.
A picture?
Of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture's enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff. That's a goated Larry moment.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
Sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already? Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us,
She's not dead.
so I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? I knew it was gonna be him. Finally figured it out, have you, Trite? And this time, I can get Ben to play my own theme music for me. That's right. He just hit 0 on his keyboard. He can just do that. He loves me so much, he's even dressed up as me. If you look on TikTok, Instagram, his cosplay, that little inferior work of me, that is me. Turn on my camera? Well, unfortunately I can't. You see, he lacks the technological ability that I do with my mask that helps me see. For him, he doesn't have enough cameras for a lowly live stream. Okay, that's enough of that. Finally figured it out, you tried. You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully oblivious is. Cadeau! The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. He's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But if it's all a waste of time, why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trite. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters caught up in the worst circumstances. I realize that, but you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them.
I didn't know anything about what was going on.
What did I just say, Trite? Being oblivious is a heinous crime in itself. Tomorrow, we'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
Mr. Nick? Is what that man just said true?
It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick.
My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child, my Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, after all this time, the Master Seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time. Morgan Fay is like actually the scariest character in this whole series. Okay, now with that is the end of the stream. That is the final investigation in Ace Attorney Trilogy done. I don't know when I will do the trial because I have another case to do in Danganronpa V3. I also have some writing to do, movies to watch, films to work on, yada yada yada, all of that. But I'm excited, because this case, what everyone said about this being the best case, by far, it's true. It's so good. So engaging, the logic makes sense. So, yeah, Pearl, we know. We'll talk to you later, Pearl. So thank you for watching the stream, Chris, and anyone who turned in, even if you're watching this in a recorded in a VOD after my Ace Attorney series blew up. But I'm gonna go get dinner, and I'll see you in the next one.